When you look at your competitors, they actually do not exist. You're the only one doing it your way. Someone else might have better designs. Someone else might be better in closing sales. Someone else might have a better degree. Someone else offers cheaper designs. But who cares? If you focus on defining your ideal client, finding your style, improving your portfolio, and putting some serious effort into marketing your business, you'll be way better than any of your competitors. Welcome to the Profitable Graphic Designer podcast. My name is Katie Sandel, and this episode was brought to you by Aventive Academy, an online business education platform that helps brand, graphic, and web designers get more clients, increase their pricing, and build a profitable design business. You can find out more about starting and growing your freelance design business at aventiveacademy.com. Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of designers are obsessed with, and that is other designers. And I see this very, very often where designers come to us and ask us, how can I stand out? How can I be different? How can I do this? How can I do that? In a sense of how can we as designers be different than other designers? How can we make people choose us over others? How can we minimize the competition and so on? And here's the thing. There are enough people in this world that need designers, and it's just up to you to market it properly so that people can find you. It really doesn't matter if there are two more designers that offer the same or similar services as you offer, or 200 or 2,000, 200,000, they really don't matter. When I first started freelancing, I was constantly on someone else's website. I was constantly looking for competitors. I was constantly going through their portfolios, homepages, contact pages, just trying to figure out, I don't even know what I was doing. I was trying to figure out, how can I be better? How can my designs look better? And, it's just overwhelming because not even one client will open, 20 tabs and go through 20 different designers. They don't do that. And most of my clients come through either referral or blog, but they never go into the details of comparing me with someone else. It's just what we do. Now, I also want to mention that it's fine if you look into your competitors if you see them as your inspiration. So let's say you don't have enough portfolio pieces and you have to come up with conceptual work and you have to put something. So you would look into your competitors and go through their portfolios, get ideas, write them down, design logos, websites, stationery, or whatever you want to have on your website. And then that is the healthy way of looking at your competitors, as you see them as an inspiration and not as your competitors. I also want to say that I will touch base on why I also say there are a lot of competitors. You need to specialize. And this is something that falls under the marketing umbrella, but more on that later. So when thinking about your competitors and looking at their portfolios and their websites, think about why you are doing that. Just to be aware of them? Okay, that's fine. But what do you get from it? Instead of just searching for them and looking for some small random information, the best is if you look at them as, okay, we do very similar things. Let me learn something from them. Let's see how they're being successful. Let's see what's in their portfolios and so on. And then take your pen and paper and write down things you find on their websites, social media, portfolios, and so on, so that in the future you can implement that and have only the best things of all of your competitors. Also, often we don't even know who our competitors are. We think that whoever pops up when we Google graphic design is our competitor. Well, it's not. Some graphic designers focus on a specific niche, some focus on a specific type of service that they offer, some have a specific target, and they're simply not our competitors. Also, have some started a long time ago, and that's actually the reason why you even find their websites, because their SEO is good. Their website exists for a very long time, and Google already trusts to that website. Now, if you're just starting your business or you're at the beginning of your business, your competitors are people who are on the same or similar level as you are. And that is because people who have started a long time ago, they either charge way more than you do, or have a lot more experience, or are getting better clients, and so on. And also had a lot of time to position themselves as experts, which I will also talk about in just a second. Now, the whole reason why now I want you to look at your competitors, but also kind of forget about them at the same time, is because you shouldn't focus on them, but on yourself. It doesn't matter what they do. They will not take your clients away. Sure, look at them, take notes, improve and all that. But after that, put them to the side and ask yourself, what can I do today to be better for my clients? What can I do so they choose me and not choose me over them? From there, I guarantee you'll get answers that are all about you and your positioning, your marketing, your business, your strategies, your website, and so on. Really, my advice is to really focus on yourself and put competitors on the side. The very first thing that helps getting clients is always positioning plus marketing. And that has nothing to do with the competition. The competition can be huge, but nobody cares because positioning is something that's going to bring in more clients. And if you have issues with your positioning, then you need to, again, focus on yourself. So positioning is when you put your brand and your business in your client's mind in the way you want it. Or to simplify, is when clients see you as an expert. And they will see you as an expert if you show them that you are an expert. And the easiest way is by offering them exactly what they need and showcasing your expertise. Here's an example. My clients see me and my branding agency as the best possible solution to them because we don't offer everything for everyone. We don't do branding, videography, photography, music, and whatnot for every single person in the world. We are very intentional about what we do and who we work with. Now, it does take time to know exactly who your ideal client is, and I get that. It took me a very long time to figure that out, but it's possible. And my advice is to really narrow that down and figure out who you want to work with. So my ideal client is someone who is starting a skincare line or have started a skincare line 2 to 3 years ago and is now looking for rebranding. So I position myself as an expert in branding skincare lines, and I put all my marketing efforts into looking for people who are in the skincare and wellness industry. If you do that the same in terms of figuring out who your ideal client is, you'll quickly learn that there are no competitors. Yes, I'm sure there are other people that do branding for skincare lines, but I don't even know who they are. I don't look at them. I never even searched for it. Maybe I did, but very long time ago, like that long time ago that I don't even remember. However, it's really important that you do your thing, because once you know who your ideal client is, who you want to work with, and what you would love to do, you'll think, where can I find clients? Where can I find my ideal clients? What can I do that the ideal clients find me? And so on. And you will not be obsessed over competitors and who does what. You will focus on yourself, your business, your ideal client, and your future growth. And your actions will be totally different once you know who your ideal client is. So If you want to work with, let's say, restaurant owners, you would go to LinkedIn, type in search restaurant owners, and find a bunch of CEOs, managers, owners, and so on that are in the restaurant industry. And that's how you can find them, connect with them, and eventually get them as your clients. So, the point of this episode is that competitors are really not important. Focus on your own business, your goals, your ideal client, and your actions, because that's all different from your competitors. And as mentioned, I don't even know if I have competitors. I mean, I'm sure that there are branding agencies and freelancers that focus on wellness, product based businesses only, or maybe even narrowed. Or maybe even more narrow, which is, let's say, just skincare lines. And that's totally fine. But there are so many people that are starting or growing their skincare lines, and they're looking for branding, rebranding, they're looking for design services. So there is room for everyone. Another thing that I also want to mention is that, you should be aware of your competitors. And where it can help you to know who they are and what they do is in terms of, getting ideas of what you can offer, but also how much to charge. Sometimes we are not sure about our pricing. And then instead of just simply looking at how much our competitors charge, we overcomplicate, we think too much, and we try to either offer some special deals or special project pricing packages and so on, versus just looking into, okay, this is what my competitors have been doing, this is what I will be doing too. And I remember when I started my business a long time ago, I was charging around like $20 an hour. And then when I talked to a guy who provided similar services to a similar target, or I can even say same services to same target, he told me he's been charging $75 an hour. I was shocked. Like, I still remember walking home after that networking event thinking, how is this even possible? He must be a really, really good designer. And in fact, yes, he was a really good designer, but also that has nothing to do with his design skills, but his business skills. So in that case, it was really good for me to talk to my competitors. And now looking at that, he was not my competitor. There was room for him and there is room for me. And we don't have the same target. And even if we did have the same target, let's say in the past, before I specialized and before, he's also a specialized designer now. But even then, there were so many people that needed our services that we would never even like find the same target and kind of like compete over like getting that project. But yeah, that was really, really helpful and kind of like eye-opening for me when I realized that, oh, why am I charging $20 an hour when he's charging 75? And then I tried to kind of like this tricky thing, like, oh, I'm going to undercut his pricing. I'll charge $65 an hour. And he didn't care. Clients didn't care. I didn't care. I mean, at the end of the day, it was just $10 difference, right? So really, if you're stuck with pricing, yes, fine. Look into your competitors. You can even like connect with them. Like how I talked to this guy, like I saw him as a friend, as someone who, like my colleague, he wasn't like my enemy or anything like that. And another thing that was really cool was when I think it was like 5-6 years ago, when I was trying to like really build a professional portfolio. I mean, I already had some kind of portfolio and I already had like a ton of work and all that, but I really wanted to have 8 to 10 like stunning portfolio pieces or case studies where when someone lands on my website, they see me as like, oh my God, like I have to work with this girl. And at that time, I just didn't know exactly what to put in my portfolio. And I used mock-ups, but then I also wanted to have something black and white, something in colors, different typographies. And when we get stuck into our own heads and like designs and just constantly improving something that doesn't need to be improved anymore. However, my portfolio definitely needed some improvements. And that is another time when I looked into my competitors because I simply didn't know what to put in my portfolio. So I opened 10 different portfolios, compared them, and then took notes. Okay, so this portfolio has this hero image, which is like the first image, and that one is most of the time the best one. Then after that, there was like a paragraph explaining what those designs were about. Then some sketches, like the full process, and then a little bit more text, then some 3D presentation of that work, then some mock-ups. And I was like, oh, I actually really like this. And then at the end, there was a call to action button. If you like this project and would like to get something similar, click here. And then that takes them to the contact page. And I thought that was really, really smart. And maybe, maybe you already have that, but I didn't have it. And that's where I got the idea from, to include a call to action button on my portfolio page. And I believe that that helped me, in terms of like sending potential leads and clients from portfolio page to contact page where they actually contact me. So that is something that I got out of, doing this, let's call it competitor analysis. Besides those two things, like pricing and website portfolio, taking notes and all that, I really don't see a reason why you would look into your competitors or be obsessed with them or follow them too closely on social media. Yeah, sure, you can follow them for inspiration and thoughts on what is that you can post on your page too, maybe seeing what clients like to engage with on their profiles, and then maybe you post something similar, kind of like just getting the idea of what is that you can do in your business to improve your business. But at the end of the day, you need to focus on yourself, your business, your actions, your clients, your website, your portfolio, and leave your competitors to the side. With that said, I am signing off now, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining us today on The Profitable Graphic Designer. In addition to this podcast, we have created some amazing online courses to help you set up your business, get more clients, and scale to the income level you desire. If you need help developing your freelance portfolio so it stands out, if you want to learn how to create proposals new clients will say yes to, if you're still trying to figure out how much to charge for your services, and if becoming the go-to designer for your dream clients is your goal this year, then I invite you to enroll in my signature online course, The Money Making Freelance Bundle. To learn more about it and get started, visit aventivacademy.com. See you next time.